Woodcraft, helping you make woodwork.
My name is Joel here at Woodcraft Spokane, and I'm going to be demoing a antique pepper mill. We sell these here, and let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I like to do is pick out a quality wood, a hardwood, so that it'll last for a long time. Today we're going to be using wenge, and I went ahead and I already cut up a piece right here. The first thing you're going to want to do is make an X on your piece so that you have your center, and then you can decide how you want to drill the hole. And what we'll be using to drill a hole is a Forstner Bit, a 1-inch. At home I use my drill press. Some people use their lathe and put it and run it all the way through. If you do that, I highly suggest you get the extension piece. Otherwise you'll have to be turning it around and trying to match the holes up. And that can be an issue. And sometimes, no, you're right, it doesn't work. And then you have to use a spindle sander to kind of even it up. So the first thing that I do is get it on the lathe, make sure that it's even on all sides. We're going to go ahead and start this up and get it turned down, and we'll see how far we get here. Let's go ahead and take a look. We got it up on the lathe. We've made a taper here where I've gone ahead and slipped it on the end. There's other ways of doing this, but just for fun, we went ahead and did this real quick today so that everybody could see how this is done.
You got a 1-inch hole through it.
You got a 1-inch hole through. Let's go ahead and start to shape this. For those of you that have not turned before, the object is to get a really nice cylinder to start off with. I'm using an easy wood tool. These are my absolute favorite. This is what I have in my shop.
Round tip, right?
Round tip to start off with. Get my shape, and then I go into the square tip and just kind of smooth it on out. Is there any other questions? All right. I use these easy wood tools because I don't like to sharpen anything. And if I'm busy and I'm in my shop and I've got a whole bunch of things to do, I don't want to have to take the time. I don't want to have to start a project where my tools are half sharpened and whatnot. And I know every single time that these are 30% sharper than anything else that I own in my shop, and I don't have to sharpen them. For these two tools here, I get a quarter turn, 4 quarter turns, and then I throw the carbide bit away. This one I get 2. And I know they're sharp every single time. Now, once I get to this point, and I have my cylinder, I like to turn it off and I like to do a few tricks here, which helps me later down the road. Take my cylinder off. I like to come in and I like to place this on here right now. I do this for two reasons. Number one, it's wide enough so I can see where I'm going. Because I noticed when I first started doing this, if I turned this down to where I got it, I would find that I've turned it too far. And I don't want to do that. So what I do is I get it on there and I equal it up. Then I take a dental tool and I insert it into the screw holes, give it a little pressure. Then I've got my marks perfectly where I need them. And then I come in with a Sharpie, highlight those holes, and now I have a check. There we go. So now when I turn it, I can look and I know about how far I can go, and I won't overshoot it. Because your pepper mill doesn't look great when you, as you can see, if you've overshot it, and then there's little flanges here sticking over the edge. Does that make any sense? All right.
Is there any advantage to this type of pepper grinder over the crank ones?
No, it's nostalgia.
Just a different.
It's just a different one. It's popular. People like that nostalgia look. It's kind of like a coffee grinder. Some people have tried coffee in it. You can do a salt and pepper shaker out of it, nostalgia looking. They come in brass or copper or whatnot.
Sometimes it's easier for them what people have wrong with their hands
Absolutely.
to turn
Mm-hmm.
something like that than to turn this.
That's a good question. The question was, the comment was that for some people it's a lot easier to turn this than it is to twist, especially if they have carpal tunnel syndrome or a pinched nerve up in here or whatnot. But for my clients, pretty much it's a nostalgia thing. They like that looking. Everybody's got some kind of a pepper grinder somewhere of steel, acrylic, metal, other obvious metals, woods and whatnot, but they don't have one of these, so that's kind of where I'm getting with that one in my sales. Any other questions? All right, let's start forming this a little bit. Holler out questions if you have them.